Hey, what's up you guys? Aftershare Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to another patron selection. This was selected by Elle, so thank you so much for your support, Elle. Elle has selected every episode of Person of Interest so far, and this is the penultimate episode of the season, by the way. I didn't say this, but this is Person of Interest. Season 1, episode 22. How you guys going? I think I've said this quite a lot now, but I'm going to say it now, again. This show has slowly but surely waited for me to fall in love with it. And I wouldn't say I'm in love with it yet, but I really like it. I do. I'm not gonna lie. First couple of episodes, when it was selected, kind of dreaded it. Kind of dreaded being like, oh, okay, I gotta do this one today. I gotta do this one today. But now, I see it on my list and I'm like, hell yeah. I'll watch that first. So, I mean, I like the show, is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes it just takes a while to get invested in a show, and I don't know. I mean, I've been reacting to this show for over a year now, nearly 2 years probably. And we're finally almost at the end of the first season, which I'm told is where the show gets really good, because, you know, I think it's the thing that I know, the character that I know. I think, but I don't know. Maybe it's something completely different. I don't know. Let's just get into it. Oh, that flashback is... No. This show takes place in 2009, right? No, incorrect. This is a flashback. Yes, because this guy isn't alive now.
Thought you would have turned this thing off by now.
We turn it over tomorrow. I'm keeping it online as long as possible.
The world has been spinning for 5 billion years without your machine, Harold. I'm sure we'll be fine for one more night. Honestly, I'll be glad to be rid of the thing.
This thing has already saved countless lives.
You mean countless relevant lives?
We had to draw the line somewhere.
Everyone is relevant to someone. You would know that if you had anyone in your life you cared about.
Interesting that you have that stance.
I'm sorry.
I thought
what you've built here is
you.
incredible. And no one else will ever get a chance to tell you that. And I don't envy the decisions you've had to make. But I worry about you. 7 years you've been watching other people's lives, their plans, their relationships. Maybe it's time for you to invest a little time on your own.
Who says I haven't?
I know you like your secrets, Harold, but if you had found someone, I would never hear the end of it.
We're following him now, again.
Hello, Lionel.
You ready to bust some dirty cops?
Simmons wants me to meet the HR brass next week.
Well, call me next week. I'm busy with research.
Research? You mean following your boss again?
You tailed him for weeks and couldn't even find out where he lived.
Yeah, well, unless you get an address, I see we were both striking out, huh?
Finch?
We need to meet Mr. Reese.
We've just received another number.
So you get a notification on something, then you ring your machine maybe, and it tells you that you have a number.
We never had this conversation,
Maybe.
but I wanted to thank you personally for your work on the Dubai report. You haven't flagged Carlson. Carlson, sir? He was the key to the whole thing. You saved our asses, son. Thank you, sir.
Henry Peck, 33 years old, never married, lives alone in Turtle Bay. Peck works as a chartered financial analyst.
Financial analyst?
Well, they can't all be babies and mafia dons. So far, the most unusual thing about Henry Peck is that he has better than average security habits. I haven't been able to hack his voicemail, his email, or any online accounts.
Secretive, solitary. He's just like you, Finch. So how'd you get his number?
Well, John, there's this machine.
Yeah, but you didn't get it here.
No.
It's much more subtle than that. And it's time I knew how the machine communicates with you.
Why?
Well, not to be blunt, but wouldn't you want me to keep doing this if something ever happened to you?
If something ever happens, I have a contingency.
Well, sooner or later, you're gonna need to let the cat out of the bag, Finch.
Curiosity kills cats, Mr. Reese.
Alicia, it's Henry Peck. Listen, I really need to talk to you, so please just give me a call and we'll find a place to meet.
So who's Alicia? An ex-girlfriend or someone he wishes was a girlfriend?
Mr. Peck, you forgot to wipe your phone.
He has to wipe his phone's memory?
It's become common practice for executives traveling overseas, but that's the first time I've heard of it here.
Sorry, I guess I'm just a little distracted today.
Well, you work too hard.
Yeah.
Going out for drinks.
I want to know what goes on in Peck's office, and since we can't get signals out, I'll have to charm my way in.
May I help you?
Yes, John Rooney. Assets. I have a meeting with
Thomas Brewster, CFA.
Tom Brewster. I'm a tad early.
We just lost a feed from our bug.
I don't have any record of that meeting, and I'm afraid nobody's allowed back without an appointment. Perhaps you should reschedule.
Perhaps I should.
I'm surprised, Mr. Reese. That nice young lady seems somehow impervious to your charm.
That nice young lady had a .45 pointed at me under her desk. There's a guard and a spin lock on the main door. This isn't a financial firm, it's a skiff.
Sensitive compartmented information facility. Secret government installation designed to protect classified data.
Peck's no financial analyst either. He's a knock, some kind of spy.
And you thought he didn't have a life.
So how do we spy on a spy?
I believe I found a way in, Mr. Reese. The security in Peck's office blocks wireless signals, but what about good old-fashioned wires? And since every office runs on caffeine, all we have to do is hide a camera and transceiver inside a shiny new coffee maker. Wire it to send data out through the electrical system and wait for them to plug it in.
Got a signal, Finch.
That's the voice of Hassan Ben-Amir. I listen to him every day when I was at Fort Meade. Hassan is a major player funding terror throughout the Middle East, and if he's calling New York, we need to pay attention.
Peck's an intelligence analyst, and from the sound of it, a damn good one.
That's why they're in a telecom building that can jack into the feeds. It's an NSA listening station.
All right, Finch. Peck just got home. Time to see what our spy does at night. And so far, not much.
Not everyone is a social butterfly, Mr. Reese. For some of us, human interaction is difficult.
Not calling it human interaction might help. Works around the clock. No sign of friends or family. Poor guy doesn't seem to have much of a life.
Well, we can hardly fault him for that, seeing as everyone thinks we're dead. Mr. Chen?
Your landlord called with a complaint. You mind if we have a look around, Mr. Peck?
Well, what's this about?
I was wondering the same thing.
Well, apparently your smoke detector was malfunctioning today. When Mr. Chen entered the apartment to fix it, he saw these. Adderall. Felony weight.
What? No, that's not mine.
I'm sure you'll get your chance to explain that down the station. Let's go.
Hold on, I'd rather have the chance to explain it right here.
Well, Finch, I think Peck's life just got a little more interesting.
Finch? Feedback from the bug. Something else must be on the channel. Trying to clean it. It's the same signal. There's another bug. Someone else is listening.
Yeah, and I think I got eyes on him.
He's on the car. He's on that truck.
Those drugs were planted, Finch. And I think Peck's being set up.
He's on the truck that just went past. Guys, come on.
Do you have news?
Peck made bail about an hour ago.
I got everything I could on Henry Peck, which isn't much. Only one charge on his record, and Peck had that expunged.
Does he have a history of drug abuse?
Not even close. It was a speeding ticket.
He fought to get a speeding ticket off his record.
It was the principle of the thing. At least that's what Peck said in his meticulous 78-page brief he sent the judge.
Well, gotta love a man who doesn't know when to quit. Thanks, Carter.
Yep.
Well, Peck's no addict. Somebody planted those drugs. I visited the bodega that's down the street from Peck's office and chatted up their wireless network, downloading this video of someone breaking into his apartment.
Pretty sure that's the same guy I saw last night. Whoever he is, he's well trained.
Someone's targeting Peck. We need to figure out why.
And until we figure out who's after him, I'll keep an eye on Peck.
Henry, we need to talk. We know about the arrest and drug problem.
There's no drug problem.
Under Executive Order 13526, your security clearance is suspended pending investigation. You're hereby placed on administrative leave, effective immediately.
Please, sir, you can't
Need you
just...
out, Henry. As of this moment, you You can't work for the NSA.
There's something else going on here. I'm being set
If
up.
you're alleging some greater conspiracy here, I can add that to your file. But it might make you seem unstable.
Question authority and they call you crazy. Peck's being forced out.
I don't know about you, Mr. Reese, but I'd very much like to know why. Someone is destroying Peck's life for asking questions.
About what?
Finch, the security camera over Peck's door, was it working last night?
Yes. Why?
Because someone's in his apartment.
What the hell? Mr. Reese, is everything all set?
Take that as a no.
Finch, I know a government-trained assassin when I see one. They're not just after Peck's job. Someone in Washington wants him dead.
Then we need to protect him, Mr. Reese. He can't have gotten far. I'll use the bug to track him down.
Hello?
Deputy Director Gibbons, my name is Henry Peck. I work for you.
This is my daughter's cell phone. How did you get this number?
I'm sorry to bother you, sir, but someone just tried to kill me.
What?
3 weeks ago, you called me off the record to congratulate me on a report that I submitted that led to the high-level arrest of a man named Carlson, but I never heard of a Carlson.
His name was in your report.
But I didn't put it there. Someone slipped this name into my report, and that one name was the key to stopping a major terrorist attack. All I did was ask questions. I have been arrested, I have lost my job, and they're trying to execute me, and I just want to know why.
Don't ever call me again.
Everything okay, Finch?
I know who wants Peck dead, and I know why. I know what he's been asking questions about. They want him dead because of me.
The machine.
Henry Peck doesn't know it, but he's been asking about the machine.
Oh my god, that just means, like, if anyone's ever asked about the machine, they've been killed for it. That is so fucked up, considering the fact that the machine is made to protect lives. Granted, you know, it's the lives of, like, relevant people. Oh, that is messed up.
What about things on your end?
The facility is designed to the specifications you gave us. And it's discreet where we're putting it. No one's gonna go looking.
The other problem?
Dissemination. We have a protocol in place. If the machine identifies a suspect, the name will find its way to the right people, with no way to trace the intel back to the source.
Well, it can't be. Otherwise, we'll all wind up someplace where no one's going to go looking. 8 people in the world know it exists. We need to keep it that way.
7, Nathan. 7 people, unless you told someone.
Come on, Alicia, you know I'm terrible at math. The people on your end, you sure about them?
Making sure no one ever finds out about the machine is our problem. We'll take care of it.
We've known each other a long time, Alicia. Something's got you rattled.
I'm fine, Nathan. I'll be happier when this thing is settled and I can go back to my day job.
And what's that exactly?
Classified.
Alicia Corwin?
Corwin? That's the Alicia he's trying to meet? She worked for the National Security Council.
Miss Corwin, are you there?
You've been looking for me?
Can we meet?
No.
2 months ago, a report I wrote was changed when it went through your office, but your office has been shut down for more than a year. Please, I just want to know what's going on. I just want my life back.
Sibilance.
Okay. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Run.
So she clearly didn't get back to her day job.
You need to stop him, Mr. Reese. I'm learning more about the machine, about sibilance, whatever that is. We need to treat this like an outbreak. Peck is infected with an idea, but infected all the same. Anybody he talks to can wind up dead. And everything that Peck uncovers makes it that much more impossible for us to save his life.
So let's just get him to a safe house.
It's not that simple. He'll want to know who we are, and knowing that would put him closer to finding out about the machine. Whatever we do to save
We're
Peck,
letting him get
it
away.
must be without him knowing that we exist.
Mr. Reese,
are you even listening?
Well, now we have a bigger problem. Peck found the bug and he just gave us the slip.
There's been a complication. The target's still in play.
That's not a complication. That's failure.
He has assistance.
Who?
Unknown. One of ours, I think, or at least he used to be. We've lost the element of surprise and the ability to make it look like an accident. What's the mandate?
Take the gloves off. Get it done.
Mr. Reese. A youth hostel in Hell's Kitchen. I can't be certain he's still there, but Peck definitely
maybe you
used
can
their
go see
computer.
Luke Cage.
He wasn't able to dig up anything on sibilants, but he had good luck finding a pinout to hack the card reader at his office. I believe Mr. Peck is planning to break into the NSA. He's in.
So am I.
And I'd very much appreciate it if you would stop Peck from getting any more information that will get him killed.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I take those reports, he's gonna know I exist.
I recognize this is a challenging situation, but you have to avoid direct contact. You're right, Mr. Reese. It's a three-man team.
What are you doing?
Yeah, just broke in that building, okay? You can arrest me? What the hell's the matter with you? Ah! Hey, don't lose those. That's evidence. You're gonna want that when I confess.
Relax, pal. As soon as I read you your rights, you can tell us everything.
Finch, you're not gonna like this.
Everything's in place. Point-to-point transit will take 10 days.
Hope nothing goes wrong in the rest of the world in 10 days.
Wait. Do we have a contingency?
A contingency?
Alicia seemed nervous. Now, what do we do if the government decides to abuse this thing?
They're your contacts, Nathan.
They're just people. The power that this thing represents, I mean, who would you trust it with?
Besides you, no one. Which is why the machine has been coded in such a way that it cannot be abused. It cannot even be accessed. It upgrades itself, maintains itself, patches itself. After tonight, no one can alter it. Ever.
I used to be a software engineer, Harold. Remember back before I became your corporate beard? Any system can be compromised given enough time. We need an off switch, a back door, and this is our last chance to build one.
You are a talented engineer, Nathan. So you should remember, any exploit is a total exploit. The tiniest crack becomes a flood. If we build a back door into this machine and someone else finds out about it, that would be very bad. We need to trust the machine, exactly as we built it, and then let it go.
You're leaving her alone with it.
These are 6 reports I wrote for the NSA and 6 covert actions based on those reports. In each case, a single name gets added to what I wrote, and each time that name turns out to be the key to stopping a major terrorist attack. 6 for 6. The only way to be that accurate is with illegal surveillance on a massive scale. Then there's this. Sibilance is an internal audit of the NSA internet. It's totally routine until they find signals hidden just beyond the Shannon limit. It should just be static. But there was data. Someone is sneaking just as much data out as the NSA is taking in. To scan through all that, you need an organization 10 times our size. It's more than any human.
Oh my God, they actually built it.
After 9/11, the government wanted a computer system, a machine that could watch everyone and everything, just catch terrorists before they strike. They tried with Trailblazer, TIA, Stellar Wind.
They're not showing.
They all failed. But if I'm right, then someone really built the damn thing. And it's watching us right now.
Okay, you want a soda or something?
You just questioned my suspect?
Question your suspect. Guy's in there talking to Blue Streak all by himself. He's wearing a tinfoil hat. Gets arrested yesterday for drugs. Tonight he throws a bottle at a cop. This guy's out of his mind.
We need to get you out of here, Henry.
I suppose we can count our blessings. Detective Fusco isn't the inquisitive type.
Yes, my name is Henry Peck. I'm an analyst with the...
Who'd you just call?
The Office of Special Counsels, the agency that protects whistleblowers.
Oh, I really wish you hadn't let him do that, Mr. Reese. The people who know about the machine, one of them works for the Office of Special Counsel.
What are you doing? Our own government is spying on us, and they want to kill me to cover it up. I have to tell someone.
The people you called aren't who you think they are. There's no one to tell. No one is safe.
I'm afraid of America. Get up!
Ah!
Americans.
Oh dear.
Do you know why you were ordered to kill him?
Never has.
Okay. Back, let's get you out of here.
Yeah, this dude ran. Yeah, you're gonna do it. And against his wishes.
Your predecessors failed, and now Peck's reaching out to the press. He's meeting a reporter tomorrow. I want you to silence them both.
You're not the reporter? No, I'm not. Well, she's quite safe. Right now, my associate is dealing with the assassins that were sent to kill you both. The answer to your question is yes. It exists, and it's watching us right now. I'm telling you this because you remind me a little of myself. And I know that if I were you, I would keep asking until I knew the truth. So now you do. Now stop asking the question.
Where is it? How does it work? I mean, the servers alone would be a city.
I know how you feel. You'll need to understand. But believe me, Mr. Peck, this is a mystery you do not want to solve. Knowing the answer has cost me something I value more than my own life. Clean passport, plane tickets, a bank card to a well-funded account in your new name. Please, Mr. Peck, for your own sake, and quite frankly, for mine, go and live your life. Find some secrets of your own. And if you really need a mystery, I recommend the human heart.
How do you know all this?
Because I built it.
Can I help you?
Sorry to bother you. Detective Stills. Someone reported a disturbance at this address.
Really? I'm the only one here.
Probably just an old lady who saw a shadow or a kid playing a joke. We just have to check everything out. Who's this?
That's, Harold, my fiance.
Looks like a nice guy.
He's a very nice guy. I never really thought that I'd meet anyone who got me. And spending all your time alone, drawing isn't exactly the best way to find someone. But Harold found me. I was painting in the park one day, and there was this man eating an ice cream cone in January. And he smiled at me. And he asked me if I wanted one.
Does he live here with you?
No, he doesn't. He used to. I lost him 2 years ago. There was an accident.
I'm sorry.
Makes sense. Gets coffee there so that he can see her. Watch her from afar. Gets
Good
her,
location.
like, drawing
Clear
things.
line of sight. Enough obstructions and distance to avoid being seen.
I built an app that alerts me if I ever get within 100 meters of her. I've never regretted building the machine. I didn't fully realize the personal cost. I'm good with computers. People, well, people other than Grace, have always been a mystery to me. I failed to recognize the lengths to which they would go to protect the machine, to control it. By the time I realized it, it was too late. For me, but not for her. You see, Mr. Reese, if knowing about the machine is like a virus, that makes me patient zero. Simply being near me was putting her life in danger.
I'm sorry.
I was lucky. I had 4 years of happiness. Some people only get 4 days. Please, Mr. Peck, for your own sake, and quite frankly, for mine, go live your life. Find some secrets of your own. And if you really need a mystery, I recommend the human heart. How do you know all this? Because I built it.
Hey, what's up you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up, and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content, like this very edit, for example. I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return, you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video. Alrighty, well that was Person of Interest Season 1, Episode 22. To be honest, the the way that it kind of mapped out the case of the week, it was like, oh, it's just this guy that works at the NSA. Oh no, it's about the machine and how he's asking questions about it, and how people the lengths that they would go to cover it up, and that is really fucked up considering the fact it was literally created for the reason to protect people. And it just makes you think about how many times has this happened. But yeah, pretty good episode. Enjoyable. What did you guys think? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.